change in the nearest future. In 2025, you both not bother yourself. But I want to call you people to stand behind our president, Paul Biya, for greater things.
I want to just make it very, very clear here that I'm a journalist, and a journalist is supposed to be very, very neutral when it comes to news reporting. But to be honest with you, Your Royal Highness, Cameroon needs change at this point in time, and President Paul Biya is no longer capable of running the country. Is not capable of running the country. Maybe we will leave politics for another. Oh, you want to react to that?
Would you pardon?
You want to say something?
Can I tell you something?
Yes, sure.
Can I tell you something? You know, people are saying that the Paul Biya died of recent, right?
Yes, there was a rumor.
He died and so on. They don't want to say it and so on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you know, nobody's more than God Almighty, and it's only God has a say concerning his life of somebody.
Your Highness, I have one question to ask you. If you get on a flight, a pilot, and they tell you that the pilot is 92 years old, and that the flight is from the US to Cameroon, and they just make an announcement and say that the person who is on the panel, like the pilot who is piloting the plane, is 92. Are you going to be comfortable?
Everybody will be comfortable. But the case of Cameroon is not like a plane. We are not in a plane. We are living on the land where we live in our houses. So that administration, be it which type of president, when you put any president, administration is slow in decision making, but when they take that decision, it's very hard and it's very final. So our president is old, he's slow in decision making, but he's effective. But I want to assure you that things will be going to change in 2025. Things will not be the way they are.
It was good to have you. I don't know if you have any final words. A lot of people following our live broadcast here on TikTok, and we certainly want to have you again, Your Highness, on Facebook and on YouTube.
Thank you, no problem.
But I don't know if you have any.
Ready to talk with my people, with our community, and you people to share our ideas and to learn. We learn every day.
Do you have any final words?
They can also learn from me, and we can learn and open our brain to get new ideas and share.
Yeah. Do you have any final words before we part ways?
Yeah, I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone that is on live here, and I wish you good health, success, and greatness, and too much money to take care of your family. And you should preach peace to your brothers back at home, Bamenda and Saros. Tell them to embrace peace and tell them to advise their brother who are in the bushes to come out so that we can live back as before.
Thank you so much, Your Highness. We hope to have you some other time again. It will be our pleasure. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So that was the Fon of the Koshin village there talking to Mimi for Info. It was an exclusive interview and a rare one, of course. His Royal Highness Fonju Wilson. He was clearing the air about the talks over the title that was given to the legendary footballer Samuel Eto'o. That was this weekend. Samuel Eto'o was given the title of Ntumfoyn, which is supposed to be the messenger of the Fon. So the Fon had a lot of reactions from Cameroonians, and even fellow Fons in the northwest regions of Cameroon northwest region of Cameroon were not happy about it. They issued a communique and there were counter communiques, and then the Fon also issued one this evening to talk about it. I see a lot of people trying to come on board, but I saw a comment. I need to rectify that. There was someone saying in the comment section that MMI, Mimi Mefo Info, was one of the media saying that Biya was dead. We didn't. To be honest, all the videos are still on here, and we like to talk with proofs. Don't do hearsay. You didn't hear. There are all the videos are on these platforms, and we did so many videos asking questions where President Paul Biya was, and that there were rumors that he has died, but where is he? I remember I was even interviewed by the Voice of America and an American radio, and they asked me whether I thought that Paul Biya died, and I categorically said no, and that it was not the first time that President Paul Biya was disappearing, and that he would just appear as if nothing happened, and we saw that happening. So please don't say things that are not true. We said here clearly that President Paul Biya was missing. He was missing. We didn't know where he was. And when he reappeared, we also reported about it. Get your facts straight. That was the phone. I see a lot of people saying that they want to come and talk about what the phone said. I don't know. I see A. Collins. I don't know if he's ready to come and respond. You know, we respect tradition a lot in Cameroon. That's why I didn't want a lot of, back and forth arguments with the phone. But now that he's gone, you are free to come on board and give us your own opinion about what Your Highness was saying just a couple of minutes ago. And I will accept a couple of requests. I don't know if they are ready to join. A request to join. And Alfred, hello. Hello. Okay, so I'm not sure there are people that really, if you really want to join, please mention in the comment section and tell us that you want to join. The second topic that I wanted us to talk about before I go is about the young girl who was really, really brutalized. Maybe we'll talk small for pigeons so that the words can't be picked by TikTok. So he must have BT over because he enter for must pocket take money for buy chop for feed picking them. So nothing that will be happen. So supply department says that he wants to join. Let me see if he has sent a request. Supply department, before we bring up the other topic.
Hello?
Yeah, it's a bit noisy where you are, and we are worried about copyrights issues.
Yes, I can get you clearly.
So yeah, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to react to the fund statements?
Yes, concerning what the phone said, we just want to ask a very clear question. Is this actually a phone or is it a third class chief?
Is it the phone of the village? But it's a third class chief actually.
Good. If it's a third class chief, what authority does he have to crown somebody a Ntumfoyn? Because a third class chief is supposed to be under a fondom, which is crowned by a paramount font. So even if he has to do that on his own, he has to do it in consultation with a paramount fund. So he hasn't got that authority to do it. Third class chief, it is equal to a quarter head.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at the situation of Mancon, Mancon has a paramount fund. So Mancon is a fondom. There are sub chiefs like Songwa.
Mm-hmm.
Songwa is a chiefdom in Mancon. So you don't have the authority to make such decisions without the paramount fund of Mancon. So what he has done defies the tradition of Northwest, and it is totally and completely unacceptable by the people of the Northwest region.
No, in his statements, he made it categorically clear that it is within his jurisdiction to decide who should be his messenger or not.
Yeah, but you don't give the position of the messenger to someone who doesn't understand the language. He doesn't understand the culture, the custom, the tradition. What is he going to deliver as a message on the behalf of the people of the village? So that is so wrong. And thirdly, you don't give that kind of a position to somebody who hasn't provided any form of development to a village. For example, I'll give you an example of the people of Northwest, such people like Bobby Young Francis, the late proprietor of Progressive Comprehensive College and Young Sport Academy, has done a lot of development in Bamenda, Mancon to be precise. So people like that merit such awards and things like that. Somebody doesn't visit you for the first time because he brings you gifts and things like that, and then you give him such an honorable position in the village.
No, he
These
says
are
that what Eto'o has done is on the national level. We have Mr. Newu has just joined.
Yeah,
So
I
you
just
want
wanted to clarify that I think maybe the speaker didn't hear the phone. His relationship with Eto'o goes way back, and Eto'o has actually been helping his village and the youth of his village in many ways, which he thinks deserves that. So it wasn't the first time Eto'o was visiting him. That's what he said. And I just wanted to also clarify something. The concept of chief is actually a colonial concept. In the Northwest tradition, we have Fon, which is equal to a king. A person can either be a Fon or is not a Fon or a quarterhead. But a chief is the colonial masters brought the concept of chief to make sure that the Northwest Fon was not in the same rank like the king of England. So let's not confuse it. That's why the word Fon is only unique to Cameroon, the northwest of Cameroon. So in the northwest, you don't have Fons and chiefs. You have a Fon or Mbe.
so the other speaker is talking about the first class, second class, and third class chief.
Those classifications are political. Those classifications are political. What's first class, second class, and third class? What is the criteria for making someone first class, second class, third class? What is the criteria? Population? What is the criteria? They are all funds. Whether it's the fund has 5,000 people or 10,000 people, as long as it's an autonomous village, it's a fund crowned with all the respects and traditions of that people. It's the same like countries. You won't say that a president of a country is first class or second class because so is Cameroon president second class to Nigeria because Cameroon's population is 10 times more than Nigeria? So let's not be banalizing our traditions because of some of these foreign concepts that have been brought into our communities.
Well, you can dispute that. You can say what you think, but that is not the reality because if we start from the very single unit of the society, which is a household, if you put many households together, it forms a quarter. When you put so many quarters together, it forms a village. When you put so many villages together, it forms a chiefdom. Too many chiefdoms together, it forms a fondom. And so many fondoms together form a clan. From a clan, you have a tribe. So it has nothing to do with politics or whatever. And the head of these institutes, which I have just named, they have their various heads. A quarter is headed by a quarter head, chiefdom by a chief, fondom by a fond. A clan is being headed, I don't know, I won't say something I don't know, but we have a tribe that we know of.
Yes,
so
this hierarchy is
it's something that was there back in the days. It's not created by Britain.
Unfortunately, the phone is gone, and he would have been able to clarify. But we have Molatika, who has just joined us now. Sir, do you want to weigh in?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to react to what the supply department just from saying. I want to make him understand, as Mr. Niwu has been insisting, the fund that just left is in his right sense to do that. He has the full power. He can be a class chief. That is just things on papers. It does not matter when it comes to his traditional title. He is the fund of his village. And I think if he's not answerable to any other fund in the womb division, it is in his place to give the Ntumfoyn to anybody. Ntumfoyn is just like something to honor somebody for the good things he has been in the community. And he's not the first in the Northwest to do that. People coming against him are still the same people coming from villages that claim for their funds or funds. Is they are from the Northwest region. We have seen the fund giving the title shade to different people out of the Saw Kingdom, just to honor them because of the good work they have been doing to his community. You must not come from that community, but you doing good or providing help to those people, push them to honor you.
Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion to what people are saying. We are not saying that if a stranger visits the village in the Northwest, he shouldn't be given a title. He should be given a title, but not the title of this magnitude, because this is an insult to the tradition, in the sense that If you look at what happened the first time Eto'o visited the Northwest region, he was being given a title by the Fon of Koshin, and if you check very well, the regalia which he wore, it's not the same regalia which he is wearing now. He didn't have any beads on his neck. He had no cap of a Fon. So these are things which tells you that the person who did it the first time knew exactly what he was doing. He was just given an honor. He was never given a position. And the fact that the president of the republic was being crowned Fon of Fonds and other people have been given that doesn't make this one right. All of it is wrong. All of it is wrong. It doesn't make this one right. So you don't use another wrong incident to justify another wrong one. So
thank you so much, Mr. Sopra. We also have Mr.
I was just trying to quote an example here. And Mimi, I think the phone explained why he used that particular car. I came in late, but I think you actually got the reason why he used that particular car for
explained. Yes, Mr. Newo.
Can I just remind those who may not have been there? He did say that in Koshin, if someone goes out, that the porcupine cap is given to someone who has gone out and caught something like a tiger and brought him to the palace. No, that is what used to be back in the days, but today is symbolic in terms of a huge achievement. And for him, what he feels Eto'o has done for his village is equal to a tiger, and that's why he gave him the porcupine. That he reserves it for the most important of his notables. That is his own. And I just think that if we can hear someone from Koshin, I've not yet seen. But if I see someone from Koshin saying that the fund has erred, then I will actually take that seriously. There is a Kwifon in Koshin. And I think the Kwifon of Koshin is better placed to decide whether the fund has erred because they are the custodians of that tradition. So I think if they come out with a statement now and say the fund has done something that is not in line with the tradition of Koshin, I think that is where I will start questioning from Joe Wilson. Okay. But at this point,
please, right. Everyone, gentlemen, I'm seeing a lady. She says she's vision. I'll be glad to have you. I can't see a request from you so far, but let's hear from Mr. Sylvester. Let's hear from Mr. Sylvester. Come to you. Mr. Sylvester, go ahead.
Right. Greetings, everyone. All right. Thanks for the audience. I want to correct Mr. Neu on one thing before actually delving into my own review. Basically, he should not say that it should be the Kwifon or the authority of Koshin to maybe lambast the fund, because the tradition of the Northwest region as a whole is not fragmented. The people of Koshin maybe do not have a specific tradition from the people of Saw, from the people of Mankon and every other part. The tradition of the Northwest region is a whole, is the same. Mm-hmm. Basically, just languages have maybe changed. Mm-hmm. The dressing and every other thing is basically the same. And so it couldn't be that it is only the traditional authority from a particular village that has maybe the mandate to participate the fund. It's the same. That's just a simple clarification I wanted to make. And secondly, the fund, he made himself clear that he gave the title of Ntumfoyn, the messenger of the fund, to Mr. Samuel Eto'o. But others were saying that he gave the title of maybe the Fon of Fonds and all that. So I wanted to find.
Okay, Mimi, just to give a quick reaction to what the other people are saying, and especially what the fund explained, that back in these days, if someone goes out for hunting and then he comes out with a tiger, and then he merits the title which has currently been given to Eto'o, and he compared it to him having done things which is equal to bringing the tiger back to the village. It is very clear from his own words. Eto'o is not from that village, so he didn't go out for hunting. He's not a son of the village. He didn't go out for hunting, and he when he comes in with something, he should be regarded as a visitor. So the fund says something right, which is what existed in those days, which is what happened, but he justified it with a very, very wrong example, because this is somebody come from outside and he's comparing it with somebody from the village who went hunting. And I want to tell you that clearly the only reason why the fund gave this title to Eto'o is because of the benefits which he has received from him. It is very, very clear. The 3 million which he received, his wedding and everything. He didn't give the 3 million to the wedding of the village or whatever. He gave it to the fund as an individual. Okay, so
but the one is talking about the overall.
Yeah, but we all know that he cited his wedding. He cited his wedding. And lastly, we are talking about two things. He is saying that he didn't give the title because he didn't give the title of Fon of Funds to Eto'o. He gave the title on Ntumfoyn as the messenger. All of them is wrong.
Okay, so please, I want us to hear from Mr. Mola, and he's been silent for a while. Mr. Mola, do you want to react to what Mr. Supply and Sylvester and Neu have said?
Yeah. I just want to question when Mr. Supplier says giving the title Ntumfoyn is wrong. I don't understand, because the title Ntumfoyn, it simply means the messenger and mediator. And Fon Wilson is not the first to have conferred such titles on strangers in the Northwest region. We have so many Ntumfoyns from in villages that are, and they are not from those villages.
Okay.
Those titles, yeah, and they are not from those villages. Those are just honorific titles. Eto'o has nothing to interfere in his tradition. He has just honored him, and it's just a way to beg Eto'o, please come and continue doing the good things you are doing to my people. Because the foundation Eto'o is taking good. Eto'o has sponsored some of his youth outside of the country. Eto'o is guiding some of his youth in football.
Okay, two people have just joined us. We have Isoroya HRH. I don't know if it's a phone. Akubeze. We would want to hear from you. Maybe you can also clarify on the discussion we are having.
Thank you, Mimi. It's a great joy to be with you people on this topic, because I've been, since you posted the other day, I've been writing on Facebook. Now, I am Mo in Mancon. They call it Mo. If you were to take it on another way, you will say that I'm a third class or a second class chief, which it does not exist in Mancon. That's what people don't know. I heard somebody talking about Songwa. Songwa pay allegiance to Mancon because they were part of Mancon before they separated to become Songwa, which is a kingdom of its own. But they give that respect to Mancon. So I'm Mo. Now, from where I come from, if I meet the Fon of Songwa, I cannot bow to him. I can only bow to the Fon of Mancon. Going to the topic we have. Fon Wilson is not wrong. He gave Eto'o Ntumfoyn in Koshin village, not Northwest, which is his right. That is his village. That is his house. You cannot say, because I pay bride price to your daughter, I have to ask for permission before I send her somewhere. Let's not mix up things. Fon Wilson is so right to give Ntumfoyn of Koshin village to anybody he wish, based on what he thinks quick for of that village, because there is a quick for, which is a traditional council. He must have discussed. If you saw the other guy near him, that guy is a traditional prime minister. You cannot give a title with a traditional prime minister close to you, and then somebody from another place is telling you it's not right. No. Yeah, so we should not mix up things. Please. He has right over his territory.
So people are asking, like, why is he not giving it to his own people? Why to someone who doesn't understand the cost?
Eto'o is not the only Ntumfoyn, Mimi. Eto'o is not the only Ntumfoyn from Koshin village. That's what people don't know. It's because Eto'o is a popular figure, so it came out in public. When my title was given to me with every other thing, because I took the position of my father, which was, I inherited it, I posted it on Facebook, and then later on some people posted it. Now, if I was supposed to be a celebrity or something else, it will definitely go far. And then, okay, let's just take an example that I used to drink and sleep in the gutters. Another person will say, this drunken man don't can be people, he will rule people now how. No critics will come out. Eto'o is a public figure, so that is why. The other ones are not public figures, they are just there in the village. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We also have Mr. Tefo. He is someone who really follows and respects tradition. Probably you have a thing or two to say about this topic.
Yes,
Mr. Tefo,
actually,
welcome. Thank you for joining us.
thank you for bringing me up. This is a very interesting topic. You know, a lot of people don't really understand the position of the fund when it concerns these kind of things. As the person that was talking earlier is saying, actually, the fund has a right to give the title to whoever he deems it to. So it's not a problem for the fund to give a title. So the problem was all of us were thinking that he met Eto'o, the Fon of Funds, but he has come up to clarify that no, that is not his point. Eto'o is just his friend, and he has been helping him, and he has decided to give him a title. So I don't think that is a problem. So it's left for him to do whatever he deems necessary for him to do.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Mr. Neo, you want to come in before we move to another topic?
Well, I think the Mo from Mancon aptly, I mean, it was slam dunk. He just summarized it, and with his authority as a custodian of tradition from there, he clarified one thing that I was at pains to explain about the Northwest when we talked of chiefs, second class, the first class, and all that. He just clarified with different, because someone before was saying that there are clans, there are what quarters, there are this, and I come from a village in the Northwest, and we don't have all those hierarchies. We just have the quarter heads who are not notables. They can be appointed. They are not notables, they are quarter heads. And then we have the fund, and then we have the quifor, and we have the other houses there. And then but you have in Saw, where you have, for example, you have the paramount fund on Saw, and then you have the Shufais, who also carry the status of funds in their own rights, because I cannot shake a Shufai with a hand. People bow to the Shufai. So you can see that already within the Northwest there are different levels. So in Saw, therefore, but I don't think that the Shufai is a third class fund.
Yes.
Or a chief. He's just a Shufai, is a title in Saw. And then there's a file.
Let me quickly add something, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Like my brother is saying, a Shufai from Banso cannot shake me. A Shufai from Banso, be it which Shufai, cannot shake me. But I cannot shake the Fon of Banso.
Okay, interesting.
Now, like my brother was saying, this first class, second class, and third class is politics. It's not our tradition. You have a fund, no matter how small that village is. And then each other elder in the village has his function. Like the annual dance of Mancon, you will definitely see me first person going round. Come back then before the fund goes round. There is another person that has his rule. So everybody has his rule. It does not make you a fund. There is one fund. Whether the village is 5 people, it's a fund to that village. Respect should be given to him.
Yes, before we continue, I want to just appreciate Mr. Folefa Nino Brown. He's actually gifted us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thanks to him, we're able to achieve one of our life goals today. And yeah, like I said, I'm also learning how TikTok works, and I really appreciate it's for the MMI team, for our reporters. And please keep the gifts coming in. We really, really do appreciate. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if our guests want to stay, because if we want to talk about this topic, we might end up just spending the night here. It's so interesting, and I can see young, old, everyone from Cameroon who were able to join this program. Really listening keenly, because they kind of enjoy and they are also learning. I'm also in a learning process. But one thing is for sure, when it comes to our tradition, it's not something that we toy with. It's not something that we joke about. It's something that we hold so high, because that's almost that's the only thing that we've got left at this point in time, or the conflict that's ongoing with the country, where we are looking at the path of change. We are looking towards, you know, things changing for the better for the nation. The only thing that we've got at this point in time is our culture and our tradition. That's actually who we are. I was saying earlier that another interesting topic was about a lady. It was a huge, it was a controversial one, of course. The lady was beaten until she really became unconscious. So they become unconscious because I want to say this in pidgin, because he must have say he entered for the pocket take 30,000. The 30,000 not even reach up to $50. For food picking them, not be say they can go buy maybe luxurious handbag or for buy earring or for go do your hair. They can, so that means if buy chop for cook and for feed picking them for house, then he must have really react some kind of way. But you know, and at that level. Yeah, I also wanted to tell people who are following us to double tap and share. Please, when you share, it gets to as many people as possible. And to also let you know that the phone was here earlier. We might, if there's a possibility, we might share what he said. If not, we'll bring him back on board to have the same discussion, because I can realize that there were so many questions that he left unanswered. So yeah, I wanted to just play this video of the girl and the boyfriend in Boya, because that's not something that we could share on social media. But just listening to the
On Amasa, or no be girlfriend and boyfriend, married people.
yeah, the husband actually.
Married people. Yeah, it's a married
So
I don't even know how I got myself entangled with you. Worst decision of my life. And despite the fact that I try to tolerate every day you're moving from one, remove that money. I'm not joking with you.
so now the man they talk so for the woman, I know we share the video because of the way they, but the woman actually did down, you know, the talk, he be unconscious. He don't beat the woman, so the woman don't really like just be hold the woman almost strangle and the woman be unconscious. So he talk all the thing the way they talk about the 30,000, say the woman must give back my woman, I must have talk so to me after I don't beat you. Never then say no be the first time. So we bring the topic for TikTok. We don't go down for YouTube, talk on for Facebook. People then say some people then say the woman deserve them. Some people then say the woman no they respect the man. Some people then like for what society for this age, you know, nobody say he take the money, go drink with friend them, go buy mimbo. He take her for buy chop for us for give picking them. Then you go beat when I a woman. I want ask una, oh una day for you, and man get own opinion. But more try for the respect, like look matter. Let's say if it be your sister, if it be your mommy, if it be your big sister, or even your cousin. Wait till una get for talk. I want start any man waiting for you for the life. I will open a mic. Any man we want start talk, me talk. Any man we
Right.
start, yes.
Okay. I'll be able to start.
Okay.
First and foremost, I would think the man is a coward, because no man, no right-thinking man beats his wife, regardless of beating the wife to that extent. And secondly, the man is not careful about himself, because definitely he did not leave money home for that lady to cook. And so it's like you've not given your wife something, but you come back home, you find it. The man had finished eating the food that the lady prepared with the money that, in quotes, she stole from him. Of course, when it comes to marriage, many people will say you don't steal in marriage, you take. Because even at home, if your child takes something, you will not say your child stole. You say your child took something without the permission. And so that's the case of the woman, of the wife. And it's very unfortunate. Some men might be delinquent in one way or another. You come back home, you see food, probably you really bought foodstuffs, prepared, maybe nice chicken, big meat. The guy finished eating, and maybe when to check the money and he couldn't find it. Then you turn on your wife, that pounds on her like she's a pounds box because of money. that she prepared food, that even if something was to happen with that lady, the food that the man had eaten will continue to haunt him for the rest of his life. Not also withstanding the fact that some ladies might be difficult at times because you say one thing to a lady, she does not listen, she does not put it into practice.
Okay.
Comes to marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to give my own reaction with respect to the topic. First of all, the first thing I would say, it is an act of domestic violence, and it is also human rights violation against the lady. And this is a case of a criminal offense against the woman, and it has to be punishable under Cameroon civil law. We all know that Cameroon is a country of law, even though the laws are not always applicable in most cases. But this is a clear case of domestic violence, like I said, criminal offense. So the man has to be charged. And let us say, let's agree that she took the money, and for whatsoever reason, she didn't even use it for the kids, because that's not even a justification why you should take somebody's money in the first place because you want to use it on the kids. Yeah, in a way, it makes sense to somebody, but the law doesn't look at your feelings or whatever. The law looks at what is right and what is wrong. Let us even say that she took the money for something else personal, but the fact that she even accepted that she collected the money is a positive something. She could have paid that money back. There could have been other agreements for her to pay the money back to the man, but you inflicting pain, laying your hands on this lady. What if she pays back the money in the future? How are you going to undo the beatings? What if you had caused damage on the body of the lady? How do you fix all of this? So it is so wrong, and it is unacceptable, and it should be condemned in the highest terms, and it shouldn't go like this unpunished. So the man needs to be charged.
Mr. Sopla, it's the husband's money, not her money.
No problem. There is no problem about that. She took the money. She didn't steal the money because she accepted that she took the money, regardless of the reason why she took the money. I understand that she took the money to feed the children, right? But regardless of whether she took the money for her personal reasons or for consumption, for household consumption, but the man has already violated the woman's human rights, and he has committed an act of domestic violence on her, and all of this put together is a criminal offense. So it has to be punishable under civil law. There is no two ways about it. That's what I'm just saying, because if the man, it's clear, if you had caused damage to this lady, which is irreversible, what is going to happen tomorrow after when she pays the money back to you in case she's asked to pay the money? She accepted. Even in court, when you plead guilty, your punishment is reduced, other than when you start denying it from the beginning. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to just appreciate Mr. Elia Cruz for helping us attain one of our goals. Please just double tap and share if possible. I can also see one lady also, because I can't see the name, but thank you so much for all those who are sharing, those who are double tapping, and those who are gifting us. I really appreciate. Mr. Nemu, do you want to join?
I want to talk. Say, I mean, why busy na only man picking they talk? More here with woman they talk now because
I don't invite them.
Because one of the reasons why I asked me woman they talk now, because when I see that story, I look at the comment section. A lot of people have been saying country strong, witty. Make some woman can't tell me how much it costs for even cook one pot chop today for Cameroon. Because I know say if that woman go buy na only chop for house, I don't know how much tomato the cost for market, for supermarket now. If some woman video break and down, maybe that money they call on 30,000. So maybe if you cook chop for 2-3 times, and so if the woman buy chop for supermarket for 1 week, then people they complain. I mean, we need to complain about the country. Those points stay away. 30,000 don't become a big issue, rather than for the type of make me look like say man get justification for touch woman because of 30,000 they use them for house for chop. But I will just comment on my own partner, the man in reaction, that video, that audio, that video you play. So I just be very shocked at the fact that it so desensitized with the fact that the woman there for ground. It is still talk. They say he regrets As Shaw said, now the woman supposedly regret saying marry a beast like you. Because first, it confirm one, it don't do it many times before, where the woman lying down there, not the shocky. Because if not the first time, as soon as that woman be motionless, so if you worry, you say, wait till they happen. But I think it don't do it many times, the woman, they come back. And I want to just use the opportunity for just talk for my sisters out there. If you're there for married man, touch you one time, once, I be a married man and I talk and with pride. And no matter, I quarrel with my wife, I talk with the argue. But no matter what the situation, I don't ever think of the fact that you want hit it. I don't even beat my picking them, not to talk of my wife. I don't beat my children.
Yeah, so anybody want react at the scene, Mr. Johnson, he talks so important things. Say how much you go spend on for hospital after you don't maybe go past the 30,000.
I think maybe there's another thing in that say no.
Yes.
The law for Cameroon be too weak when it concerning this kind of violence. Because if you look at Cameroon for the past years, and the level of which people they beat their woman, there were plenty.
Not only they fight, they kill.
They didn't even quiet them. But the person say law over week. You check say if you do that thing for Britain, you know fit. You know fit. So that because the law be too weak.
It's not about. It's not about the law being weak, but I'm not chasing that because of the law being weak.
I think
the law might not be weak. It's just because the instances go unreported.
No, they report these things. People get away with these things. They report these things. They report these things and people get away with them. So it checks say you cannot do that kind of thing in Britain. Yeah. Only your neighbors will tell. Only your neighbors will call police for you. The people gathered and they were even watching. Why didn't they call the police for that man? Why did they not call police for you?
First, the truth is, these couples they just recently got married. Number one. Number two, they have no kid. Number two, they have no kid. And then the wife's reason was that on Christmas and New Year, the husband gave her 10,000 francs to prepare food. That's the actual story. And now the lady, so it appears it has been an issue which they had. If you look at how much the man had to beat the wife, it's evident that they had issues in the past. Because the wife was saying on Christmas they gave her just 10,000 to prepare food for Christmas and New Year, and it was neighbors that added money to make it how much and all the like. So it's a complex kind of issue, but notwithstanding, we always say that domestic violence should be condemned in the highest terms possible, the strongest terms possible. Because I heard suppliers saying that maybe they could arrange and the wife will have to pay the 30,000. To me, that makes no sense because there's something we call vicarious liability. I mean, as a husband, if your wife does something, you are liable. And as a wife, if your husband does something, you're also liable if need arises. For example, if the wife takes your car and hits someone by the road, do not say your wife should pay. First of all, they call the husband. The husband steps in and takes total control of everything by the husband. So that's out of place for the wife even having to pay the money. The most important thing should be what that money was used for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I believe as we are, yes, the court will also take into consideration the reason why the money was taken in the first place. That I understand, I get. But as we react here, we use the opportunity to also educate our women and our sisters who are listening to us. I really.
Yes, go ahead.
Not been applicable, but for a reason. So it can only happen. It can only happen if the lady reports the issue. If the complaint is filed against the husband, then action can be taken because this is a civil offense. It happened at your home. It didn't happen in public. If it happened in public, it would have been a public offense, which the police or the authorities would take an action without necessarily asking for a complaint to be filed by the wife. So if things like this go unreported, so action will not be taken. The woman needs to make a move, then it will happen. Yeah. So. But
so, gentlemen,
it is what it is.
Lady in the house, Mrs. Gabby. Yes, we have a lady in the house, Mrs. Gabby. Welcome on board.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to react to this ongoing discussion?
Yes, please. I want to give my opinion. One, first of all, I will start by saying that domestic violence is not good and should not be allowed. Okay, and again, it's her husband money. She didn't have the right to take it without telling the husband. But again, she didn't use it for um she didn't use it to do anything that was not right. She used it to buy food for the children and for the house. And it is the same food that the husband was going to eat. And well, having said that and other things that our brothers have been saying here, I just wanted to give this opinion like, we women, we should also learn to empower ourselves so that we don't really depend on men, on our husbands, to be precise, for everything. Because I believe that if that our sister was doing a trade for herself or had a handwork that she was doing, that situation wouldn't have happened, because if the husband didn't give her, she would have just gone to her own wallet to sort that out. And
Yes,
so
that's so painful.
yes, so it's a really painful situation. And when I saw when I saw it, I really felt bad, and I did shed down tears, because I just felt like, oh, how I wish she had her own thing doing. She wouldn't have been in that position. And so I just wanted to say, despite what has happened, again, I'm encouraging our sisters out there to get something for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. So just finally before we go, in 2024 alone, there were so many cases of domestic violence, and some of the women then end up being killed by their own husbands who are supposed to protect them. What do you think, say, the society and also the authorities that be grateful do for also like some sort of protect women so that we not get the kind cases that many around us?
Okay. I feel like this domestic violence don't actually they happen before, right? But they know they take them serious. But I know, so for these recent years, like for example, 2023, we get some cases that we actually they pay, and I witnessed the way they be handle them and they be fine. So I feel like they just need to, implement more laws and also create awareness for this domestic violence thing. Make people they actually. I feel say if they actually put some laws like, oh, if this thing happen, you have to serve. You go serve this much years, or probably pay some kind of fine. I think say it will reduce, but let it create more awareness out there for stop that kind of thing to be happen.
Hello.
Yeah. So
Hello.
yes, go ahead, please.
Hello. Okay, I think I've listened to the other lady carefully. I have two. Number one, there are husbands that will get married to their wives and they will not let their wives do anything. Yes. Maybe if we are blaming this lady that, oh, maybe if she had something doing, she wouldn't have found herself in that position. But maybe because she definitely educated, maybe her husband said, no, no job for you, you will not work. After we get married, you stay home, I provide everything. And then she found herself in that situation. Number two, if I don't think there should be a deterrent for husbands to not beat their wives or to not perform act of domestic violence against their own wives. Because number one, when you get married, your wife is part of you. And so beating your own wife is like beating your own self. If you got married for no other reason but love, you will not have a reason to beat your wife. And so you will not need another party to tell you not to do it.
Yeah, very important point. Yeah.
Yes,
So
you will not need another party. You will not need another party. Please let me round up. It's at a minute. You will not need another party to tell you not to beat your wife or not to treat your wife that poor. So it's just the issue of societal norms. Maybe at times marriages are formulated for the wrong purposes. Yes, people do not take their time to actually understand what marriage is all about. before getting involved, understanding the person that gets married to, doing an underwriting and assessment of the person. These are things that are lacking, and so if you look at the society of today, too many people are looking for ways to divorce. Like if you go to court, if you go to the chambers of the state councils and all whatnot, I think more than 75% of cases there are talking about divorce. It's so rampant. And why people get married and the next minute they want to be divorced because they do not take the right precautions. Many people get into marriage, like you heard that man saying, it's the worst. He said with his own mouth that is the wrong decision that he took. And probably they've not been married for up to a year. And he's making such an assessment. Then you can understand what made him now to get married in a short period of dating that much. So I think that if the society, if more platforms like yours could bring up issues like this more often, to take people, the ladies, the men, to take their time, understand what they're getting involved in, understand what marriage is all about. I think that's the best way to domestic.
Yeah, thank you so much for your great inputs and insights. I really appreciate. I would have loved us to continue this discussion. There's just so much happening in Cameroon, but we cannot do all the talking in one day. I think that we should do this every weekend. And I was also thinking of coming up with a political kind of discussion for us to discuss the way forward for Cameroon, especially given that this is an electoral year. Our future concerns us, and we all should be part of the change that Cameroon needs. We all should be part of like the decision where we want to see Cameroon tomorrow. And we cannot be part of it if we are not part of the conversation. I'm so happy and grateful that so many people were able to join today. Many people were sharing, and we are also sharing this on different social media platforms. On different occasions, we are going to even bring politicians, presidential candidates to come here and talk to you. That's what we are looking forward to doing. And be rest assured, we have created a TikTok platform in less than 3 months, almost 80,000 followers. That is not because we are like super journalists. It's because we have your support, we have your love. And I want to use this opportunity to thank you. I'm a mom, so please don't be surprised if you hear the baby crying. She just misses mommy. I have to go back and look after the kids, but we will do this often. We will meet and discuss. Next weekend, we'll look for more interesting topics and talk about it and bring people who matter to discuss it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I have a lot of love, like big love for you all. For those who gifted us, it's just mind blowing to see that we have a lot of people who are ready to support our work, the efforts that we are putting in. Thank you and thank you again. I would have loved to continue, but yeah, this is the end of it, Mr. Sylvester. Thank you, Tetu, Istefu, and His Royal Highness who joined from. He said he's joining from Mancon, and Gabby, the only lady in the house. Thank you. I really appreciate. Please join again the next time. Would love to have more and more women. Please, more women. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what women have to say about what's happening around us. Next time we will be talking about the major topics in Cameroon, and we'll bring really powerful voices to comment. And what I can promise you is it's going to be very interesting. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a blessed week ahead, and God bless you all. Bye.